was set up to eliminate other unorganized financial institutions, especially like money lenders, and help the efforts of cooperative banks. Okay, but some way or the other, the RBI's, they are a failure. They have been failed to achieve its objective. Okay, so let us see why. What is the reason behind it? So let me write the topic: failure of RRBs. Okay, so the first thing, as I said, there are 4 points which is very important. The first is it was making losses due to unrestricted branch expansion without commercial priority. So suppose if it is there is no demand, then why will I make branches? Unnecessarily they were making extension branches to places where there was no requirement. There also they were making branches, so obviously it suffered a loss. Then the second one is the informal, the money which was not being found, or which is not formal, or which was not much used, okay, not officially used. So the informal money lending still dominates. So mostly, most of the villages were not very much interested for banks. They were still dominated by the money lenders. So the informal money lending, that is the money lenders, still dominates the rural credit money market. So due to which RRBs failed to attract deposits and lending. Okay, what is the third point? So there was no professionalism. So lack of professional management and staff. So that was a very important. Okay, and assets were also not there. So high non-performing assets. So high non-performing assets. Okay, so this was very very important. Okay, and now due to this there was this RRB amendment bill. So some changes had happened because of this failure, and let's talk about the RRB amendment bill. Okay, so let us just, this is very important, very current gen knowledge and the changes of the bank. Okay, so we will talk about the RRB amendment bill 2014. So 2014 the RRB amendment bill was passed. Okay, so the regional rural banks, or that is the amendment bill 2014 was introduced by the Minister of Finance. And who was the Minister of Finance that time? Mr. Arun Jaitley. So Mr. Arun Jaitley in Lok Sabha on December 18, 2014. So what is the bill? So let us see. The bill seeks to amend. Now what is the meaning of amend? It means change. To amend the RRB's Act 1976. So there was an RRB Act 1976, so that was changed. It was passed by Parliament in April 2015. Okay. So now let us see what, first let us talk about 1976 and then we will talk about that why it was made changes and why 2014 they made a change. Okay. So the RRB okay 1976 okay Act. Okay, it now here it is very important, so I'm writing down the point, please focus. It mainly provides for the incorporation, regulation and winding, what is a winding up? Stopping of RRBs. Okay, and here it is also mentioned about sponsor banks, so we'll talk about sponsor banks also, who can sponsor. So sponsor bank, now the act provides for RRBs to be sponsored by banks. Now what are the roles of the sponsor banks? Let us see. So these sponsor banks are required to first subscribe to the share capital of RRBs, train the officers or the bankers who are working in RRB, train their personnel or officers. So personnel means officers. Third, provide managerial and financial assistance for the first 5 years, only for the first 5 years. Okay, now this bill is the new bill has removed this assistance of 5 years, and the bill is saying, 2014 bill is saying that no, not only 5 years, we should continue till whatever time it is required. Okay, what about the authorized capital? Let's talk about the authorized capital. How much money should the banks have? Okay, so authorized capital. Okay, now the act provides for the authorized capital of each RRB to be rupees 5 crore. Okay, and moreover, it does not permit the authorized capital to be reduced below rupees 25 lakhs. Okay. Now the bill seeks to raise the amount, the new change. Okay, this is the new change. The new raise the amount of authorized capital to rupees. So the bill has increased rather to 2000 crore. So previously it was very less, and states that it cannot, very important point, be reduced below rupees 1 crore. Okay, let's talk about the issued capital. Okay, so let's talk about issued capital. Yes, issued capital. Now here the act allows the central government to specify the capital issued by the government should be at least 1 crore. Okay, let's talk about the shareholding. Now shareholding point is very important point. How much it should be the shareholding? So it is mandatory, compulsory, that the capital issued by an RRB, 50% shall be held by the central government, 50% okay shall be held by the central government. Okay, in that 15% by state government. Okay, and it is the opposite, 35% is sponsor bank. Okay, let me continue more about the shareholding. Now more we will talk about the shareholding. The bill allows RRBs to raise their capital from sources other than the central and state governments and sponsor banks. Okay, so that is what is it. Okay, and as I said also that the RRB is reduced below 15% and the central government should have a consultation by the state government. Okay, and any further notification also should be given by the central government if the sponsor bank, whatever notification to the government. So the central government is required to consult the central state government while reducing the limit of the shareholding, and time there must be notification. Okay, let's talk about the board of directors. So board of directors. So here also the act is specifying the composition of the board of directors. Okay, so here it includes a chairman, so the chairman should be there. Okay, and the directors to be appointed by the central government Okay, the NABARD, Agriculture Rural Bank, National Agriculture Rural Board of India. Okay, then sponsor bank. So there must be a director from here. Sponsor bank, RBI of India, etc. Some more points let me include here about the board of directors. Okay, now the bill states that any person, okay, so any person who is a director of an RRB is not eligible to be on the board of directors of another RRB. Okay, so two directors should be having elected by the shareholders, and so the act specifies, now here also the act specifies the term of office. So how many years the director should be there, that also is specified, of a director, okay, which is excluding the chairman. Okay, now very vital point, the bill, okay, so it should be not more than 2 years. So 2 years a person should be in the office and not more than that. The bill further raises the tenure, okay, to 3 years. So previously it was 2 years, now it has become 3 years. Okay, the bill also states that no director can hold office for a total period exceeding 6 years. Okay, now coming to the last point, that is the closure of the books, how the books are maintained in the bank, accounts books. So let us see this. Yes, closure and balancing of books. So as per the act, the books of an RRB should be closed and balanced as on December 31st every year. Okay, and moreover, the bill changes this date to March. So this is a new change to bring, because as you see financial year is from 1st April to 31st March, that is why to March 31st, to bring the act in uniformity with the financial year. Okay, so this was this change which had happened in bill, the 2014, the RR bill had been changed and it has been done, proposed by Arun Jaitley, and these were the certain amendments and these were very vital points which had to be required. Now in the next class we will talk about, because we were all talking about till now was all under the scheduled banks. Okay, so next we will talk about is non scheduled bank. So this is also very important. So I hope you have understood everything about the scheduled banks, and I will see you in the next class where we will talk about is the scheduled banks.